I wanted to give an update on the yucca I did last year. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of new growth. That's 1, 2, 3 here. And this little guy actually broke off, but I was able to save it. They've come along nicely. Pretty good success rate. I did make one mistake. In the top portion of the mother tree, I left too many leaves on. The leaves sucked all the energy out before I was able to produce any roots, which killed it. So that's the yuccas. I don't know if you could hear me with this fan on, but since I'm here, I was going to go through some of my favorite plants around here. Just give you a little tour. Got a lot of monsteras, philodendrons. This monstera here is about to fruit. This fruit here ripens up, you're able to eat it. It tastes like a piña guava, if you've ever had one of those. So here we've got an alligator tongue. It's one of my favorites. It produces these little offspring on the end of the leaves. These will fall off and produce new plants. There's a cambrew. It's another one of my favorites. It's a crown of thorns. This will bloom year round. Another one, different color. We do a bit of propagating here. So all these little guys were taken from as cuttings. This is one of my favorite. This is a grape ivy. Little bonsai. We've got a couple geraniums that are scented. We've got a citronella geranium and a peppermint, I believe. A lime. It looks kind of funny right now because lime, citrus plants in general, really attract scale. And this was covered, so I had to defoliate it. But it's on its way back, nice and healthy. A lot of clivias. split leaf philodendron. We have a ton of Spanish moss. A couple different rubber trees. A lot of ferns. This is a maidenhair fern, which looks really cool, but it spreads like crazy. Some gingers. This is a white ginger. When this blooms, it smells like jasmine. Little ficus. Bromeliads. And our staghorns. Staghorns also attract a lot of scale, so it takes a lot of effort to keep them clean and healthy. One of our newest arrivals, this is a agapanthus, a giant agapanthus. We have a couple fiddle leaf figs. This one's here is a lollipop plant, which unfortunately is not in bloom, but the foliage is still pretty nice. A couple of our hibiscus are still flowering. Beautiful. More monsteras. And a Chinese evergreen. I'm actually trying to propagate this one right now from a cutting. It's going along. Our mouse ears are growing like crazy right now. It's a funny plant. This is the actual flower on the leaf itself. Moses in the cradle. Another scented geranium. Dumb cane. This one I really like here. This is a Fabian Aurelia. And a Brazilian plume. You probably already know what those guys are. We have a lot of different vines. We have a Swedish ivy. And a white sweet potato vine. You can tell what time of year it is by our poinsettias. All the poinsettias around here are grown in-house, and then we distribute them throughout the city. Here's another ginger. It's a blue ginger in bloom. Another one of my favorites is the sago. We've got two of these guys. Some anthuriums. Also called a lipstick plant. And our big coffee tree. Coffee tree also attracts scale like crazy, so It is a little bare at the moment. I had to defoliate quite a bit of this as well. We've got some giant agaves and aloes. Here's one of them. A lot of succulents. And then there's this little guy I grew from seed. This is actually 2 years old. And I really like begonias. These are different Rex begonias. A couple different varieties here. These are for foliage, so I actually take the flowers off. The flowers aren't very spectacular. This is my favorite begonia. This is the Iron Cross begonia. And a lot of angel wings. If you're looking for a begonia that's extremely easy to take care of and propagate, this is a cane begonia. You take these cuttings, throw them in some water, and they'll start to root. And you put them in a pot, very easy. Here's a wax begonia. And we got some typical Bossa Novas. Our big powder puff. Another hibiscus. It's almost mid-December and these are still blooming, so that's pretty amazing. Some never never plants. Another big boy. We actually have a variegated bougainvillea. Here's a little onion. Not what you think of an onion, different kind of onion. A giant poinsettia. This thing's probably 9 years old. Some cast iron plants. Our giant loquat. And some dracaenas. We got a ton of dracaenas. Another one that's very easy to propagate. I did this one last year. You just take a cutting off it, throw it in a pot, add a little water, and let it sit. That's all it needs. A lot of snake plants, or mother-in-law tongue. Here's another dracaena I did last year. And as you can see, it has grown like crazy. Actually, I need to cut this again down lower, and I'll just repot this again. Another cool one is our cathedral, Euphorbia. That's the little one. And there, up reaching the lights, is our tall one. Nice looking snow bush. And I believe this is a dinner plate Aurelia. A little variegation on it. And that's that. There's your grand tour.